Hey guys, so I did go live earlier and I briefly discussed this, but when I did the playback, I realized it was super grainy and like super blurry and super hard to see. So I wanted to just do just this quick video and I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see it. I zoomed in, so it is, easily viewable, especially like on mobile devices. But I wanted to discuss exactly how I approach an account. This is a client. This is a new client. They signed up yesterday. I haven't prepared the letters yet, but I'm literally going through and telling you exactly what I point out and how I would dispute this account. As you can see, this is a auto loan which resulted in a repossession. So this is a repo through the company Carolina Finance. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I would approach this account, how I am going to approach this account and getting this deleted from my client. Okay, so let's start. The very first thing that stuck out to me was the high balance. Now, the high balance Experian is reporting is $14,750, but the high balance from Equifax it's $7,470. We both know it can't be both. The information has to be consistent, but let me tell you another reason why this does not make sense. When it comes to any account listed, the high balance is supposed to be the highest the balance has ever been. AKA this balance should be the balance that's on your contract. So this should be the amount that you agree to pay for the vehicle, etc. So 14,750. My client did confirm that this is the actual number that's on the contract. So this number is correct. However, Equifax is only reporting 7,470. Now, again, this is the high balance. Therefore, the balance owed, which is 8,635, should never be higher than the high balance. So I would dispute this two ways. I would dispute this. I would say these numbers are inconsistent. And mind you, when I'm telling you about this, I'm meaning that you're actually going to screenshot this entire section and include it in your letter. But as far as the explanation that I would do, simple letters. I don't do long letters when it comes to factual disputes. I literally will say in so just an example, I would say I would mail a letter to Equifax. Um, I would say, to women may concern or Equifax or whatever. You are reporting a high balance of 7,470. Experian is reporting 14,750. These are inconsistent numbers. These numbers are supposed to be the same. If you are getting the same information from the same creditor, why are these numbers so vastly different? That's one way I would challenge it. Another way that you can do, because I'm looking again, and I would say, dear Experian, dear Equifax, whatever. I would say that Equifax is reporting a monthly payment, guys. Now, if an account is charged off, there should be no monthly payment listed. And the reason being is because after an account is charged off, that is no longer a part of your monthly responsibility. So if a lender is looking at your credit, they're going to calculate this $507 in your monthly responsibilities to determine if you can afford their payment of their loan or whatever you're trying to get, a car, house, whatever. So being that this account is charged off, there should be no monthly payment listed. So that's another challenge that you can do. Hey Equifax, you're listing that this account is charged off. However, you're still listing a monthly payment. That's a violation. Please delete this account immediately. Like, so simple, include a screenshot, etc. Right? Another thing that's wrong is the term length. We know this is a loan because under the account type it says auto loan. Regardless if I knew the back information that this was a repo, etc., I know this is a loan. So with a loan, there has to be a term length listed. Equifax is not listing a term length. So how exactly will a lender know how long I'm supposed to be responsible for this debt? You have to list the term length. They have to. If I wanted to buy a house, they're going to calculate whatever payment. It really should be zero, but they're going to calculate whatever payment for 66 months, right? It will affect you if they don't have a month, because then they have to calculate it forever, right? So that's another inconsistency. Again, this is a charge off. Another thing that I just noticed. Experian is listing this as a repo. Merchandise was taken by credit grantor. I'm sorry. But Equifax is only listing this as a charge off. Now, this is a repossession. They are supposed to list that it was a repossession. So that's another inconsistency. I mean, just this one repossession has 4 different inconsistencies that they can use that are used for grounds for deletion. So this shouldn't even go on step 4. This is a factual dispute. You have way bigger chance of getting an account deleted when you do a factual dispute, when you include the screenshot and you point out exactly what's wrong. These are violations. I pointed out 4 violations and 1 repossession account. So if I'm scrolling down and continuing to go, okay, so perfect. These are collection accounts, as you can see. And again, this is why I love Smart Credit, because they really lay everything out for you. You just have to know what to look for. Most people just don't know what to look for. And that's why the webinar is so important, because I'm definitely going to tell you everything that you need to look for. So, okay, this is a collection account. I can see that it was with Progressive. And I'm just going through how I literally would. I go through it like this in my head with every single client report before I make my letters. I'll go through, jot down exactly what's wrong, and then I will make my letters. Okay, so just looking at this account, I can see that this was a Progressive Insurance account. It's now with a collection agency called Kane Weiner, right? So the very first thing that I will look at to dispute is, okay, TransUnion is reporting this account is open, but Equifax is reporting it as closed. That's inconsistency. It's either open or closed. Which one is it? You can't report open and closed. So, okay, boom. I take the screenshot, and when I highlight everything like this in your mind, just think that I'm taking a screenshot. You know, that's how we just gonna do it. So I would take the screenshot, put it on a note, and I would literally say, "Dear TransUnion, dear Equifax, if I was mailing TransUnion, I'll say, Dear TransUnion, Equifax is reporting that this account is closed, but you're reporting that it's open. This is an inconsistency. Please delete this account from my report immediately." And then do opposite for Equifax. Another thing that I just noticed when I'm looking at it is the day open. TransUnion is reporting 2/25 of 19. Equifax is reporting 2/1 of 19. Now, that's an inconsistency, but I don't want to get into why exactly this works and what I say exactly to make this particular situation work, because trust me, it's probably on your report like this too, and I've mastered a wording and way to get very favorable results with this. But I have to say that for the webinar. But this is an inconsistency as well, like I stated, that date, and then the closed and open, like I stated. Now, this is important. It says meet FCRA requirements, but I just pointed out an instant that you did not meet the FCRA requirements. FCRA requires that you are consistent across the board, and every bureau is reporting the same thing, but I literally just pointed out that you're not. So this is golden. Like they have it right here that they've already falsely verified this item and stated that they verified this, but I just showed you exactly how you did it. So you can't fight with facts. They can't fight with facts. If you point it out and show them, they can't fight with it. They don't really have a ground to stand on. It's like if I say the sky is blue in the morning and grass is green. Can't no one say no, grass is purple. You know what I'm saying? A fact is a fact is a fact. So I definitely would use that. And here's another collection account. Okay, so the last collection account on my client's report, as you can see, only one. This is a single listing, so only one account, only one credit bureau is listing this report, which is completely fine, because all accounts does not have to go on all 3 bureaus. So it's kind of harder to challenge these for inconsistency because you don't have anything to compare it to. So just how I would attack this. You know what, my client paid this, so that kind of negates basically everything that I was about to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks like they disputed it, but then they eventually paid it. I'm a little disheartened because it was a $81 medical collection, and medical collections, this was probably like a copay or percentage or something like that, when they could have literally just called the original creditor. Oh, it's no original creditor listed. So even if my client has paid this, because usually when a client has paid a collection account, you really have no ground to stand on. You really have nothing really to fight. But because of their irresponsible posting, I would challenge this based on the fact that they don't have an original creditor listed. Now, the FCRA states that if an account even has the potential of being negative, they have to have identifying information to the original creditor. So as a consumer, I have to know exactly who to contact and how do I contact someone to verify this account. Because they did not list this, I would definitely challenge it based on the fact that they did not list this. So that's another violation that I can use. And I'm happy because before I didn't have anything to stand on because this was a paid collection. Whenever you pay a collection off, you're saying that you agree with everything. You're saying that you agree with the balance, the date, the terms, and all of that. You agree to that. So when you pay it, it kind of negates your disputing. It's super hard to get a paid collection off, which is why I, of course, recommend not paying them. But my client has paid. Luckily, I realized at the last minute that they didn't have the original creditor listed, so I definitely would challenge it based on that alone. Now, so yeah, so that's just a few of the, okay, this is a student loan account, guys, and there's, I'm looking at two inconsistencies that we can use this grounds to get rid of, and I would get rid of this because it does have a 120-day late on it. Yeah, so I'll discuss student loans especially when in the webinar, because it's one thing that's with student loans that's almost on every single report that I see. Oh my god, I just spotted a third thing that's wrong with this account. So if you do enjoy this type of things and are a visual learner and learn like this, and have a stubborn account that you can't get rid of and you can't figure out how, I definitely would encourage you to join my webinar. It's literally only $9.99. It's a freaking fast food meal, but it's a wealth of information. It's information that's invaluable. So you can purchase the webinar road750.net, but this is definitely what you can expect. You'll be able to ask questions. It's in a webinar form, and you'll also be able to play it back. Dang, I just pointed out another thing. Yeah, so I'll just point out the first thing just because you guys are here. The easiest thing is the balance is different. Equifax is reporting $5 off the balance. So $19.97, $19.97, $19.92. That's an inconsistency that you can use alone. But there's also other things that's wrong with this listing that I would challenge to get this deleted. So I just wanted to drop in and kind of clarify what I was trying to do earlier on live, and it just didn't work out like that. I hope you guys can see this. But I definitely will be back. I'll be posting more videos. But I'm super excited about that webinar because it's a lot of information, y'all. And how I challenge stuff now. My deletions has went up. But no, you guys have a great day. Have a blessed day. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment below. And I will definitely try to answer everything. I do have to go because I do have to actually prepare this client's letters. I've done all this talking, but I actually have to prepare it and have it out by tomorrow. So you guys have a blessed day, and goodbye.